Michael Anthony, the iconic bassist of Van Halen, opened up about Sammy Hagar's emotional tribute song, Encore, Thank You, Goodnight, released in honor of the late Eddie Van Halen. The song, which was written and performed by Hagar, has resonated deeply with fans and musicians alike, as it captures the immense love and respect Hagar had for Eddie, who passed away in 2020 after a battle with cancer. When asked about his first reaction to the song, Anthony admitted that it stirred up a lot of emotions for him. "When I first heard it, I had a lot of emotions," Anthony shared. "It really hits you deep. Eddie was a true legend, and Sammy really nailed the feeling in that song. I could hear the respect, the love, and the sorrow. It felt personal, and I could tell it came from a real place of heart. I know Eddie would have appreciated the sentiment." Anthony, who spent over 3 decades playing alongside Eddie and Van Halen, went on to describe Hagar's approach to the tribute. "Sammy and Eddie had a unique bond that transcended the stage, and Anthony believes that Hagar's deep connection to Eddie is reflected in the song. Sammy's always been someone who wears his heart on his sleeve," Anthony explained. "That's part of who he is. With this song, you can hear how much Eddie meant to him, not just as a bandmate, but as a friend. Sammy knew Eddie like no one else could, and you can feel that in every note." As someone who knew Eddie intimately, Anthony reflected on how the legendary guitarist would have likely reacted to Hagar's tribute. "Eddie was a very private guy in some ways, but he also had a lot of love for people who were close to him," Anthony said. "Sammy paying tribute in such a heartfelt way, I think Eddie would have appreciated it. He wasn't one to ask for much attention, but when it came to his friends, he was loyal. Sammy acknowledging Eddie like this is something Eddie would have respected deeply." The bassist also spoke about his personal memories of Eddie, sharing that what he misses most about his late bandmate is the energy and creativity that Eddie brought to every moment. "Eddie had this incredible energy. He was a genius, of course, but he was also a really fun guy to be around. Whether we were working on music or just hanging out, there was always a sense of excitement, a spark. I miss his creativity, his fire, and just the way he made you feel like you were part of something bigger." Reflecting on the numerous tributes to Eddie that have poured in from fans and musicians alike, Anthony acknowledged the immense impact Eddie had on the world of rock music. "I think Eddie's influence on music and on people's lives goes far beyond just the band," he said. "He inspired generations of musicians, and seeing the love that people still have for him, it's comforting. His legacy is cemented in history, and that's something special." When asked if there was anything more that he would like to see in Eddie's memory, Anthony emphasized the importance of keeping Eddie's spirit alive through the music. "I think the best tribute to Eddie is for people to continue celebrating his music," Anthony concluded. "Eddie would want people to keep rocking and enjoying life, so that's what I hope people do, whether it's through Sammy's song or anything else that keeps Eddie's influence alive."